So I was in prayer today, and I have been praying a lot about this coming generation of babies. That's partly to do with the fact that we just found out my daughter is pregnant, and so I've got these little ones on the mind, and just feel a very strong sense to pray protection over them. And as I was praying this time, I actually saw a picture, and I saw a baby emerging from the womb directly into a waiting sack, and it was gold, and I heard the word call. So essentially from cull to call, and that is spelled CAUL, and birth calls are the amniotic sac. And when the baby emerges with the sac still encasing the baby, that's considered quite rare. And, in many medieval, cultures, and in many cultures around the world, those births, they're still considered lucky, and there's a lot of mythology around that. And a common understanding, a common superstition is that a baby who is born still wrapped in the amniotic sac is being birthed still in its waters, and so they are said to be impossible to drown. That drowning will never be a problem for them or a risk, because they were born in water, they are of the water, and so the water can't harm them. And what was really beautiful is I really got a distinct sense of blessing, not a superstition, an actual blessing, that these kids really were of the water, so to speak, but of the water of the Holy Spirit, the living water, and that they'd be born from the natural womb straight into a new supernatural womb, which would be a time of incubation and protection in a nutrient-rich environment where they will be cultivated and grown and nurtured in the ways of the Spirit in ways that we've never seen before. And that there would be a new time of birthing later, when it's time, and they would emerge really powerfully in the Spirit. And I've seen other things. I've had other dreams about the coming generation, and I've seen them with really incredible supernatural powers. And I'll be really surprised if they are literal, these dreams I've had. If they are, that's wild, because I've seen some pretty crazy things. But we do know that Jesus said that we'd see greater things than happened when he walked the earth. And so I just feel such a sense of hope and excitement about these new little ones coming into the earth these days for such a time as this. And you can join me in praying that they would be scooped up immediately into this protective womb of the Spirit, where they'll be safeguarded. I think of the verse in Revelation that talks about a woman giving birth to the man-child, and the serpent is waiting with his jaws open, and he's hoping to swallow the baby, but the baby's snatched away. And this really had that sense of, instead of the open jaw of the enemy, there was this protective sack waiting to scoop up these babies so they can't be touched by the enemy. So, isn't that beautiful?